Hello, my name is Angel Barnes, and today I'm going to talk about the obesity epidemic that's currently spreading throughout America. The CDC reports that nearly one-third of American adults are obese, while another one-third are overweight. Since 1980, the number of obese adults has doubled, and the number of obese children has quadrupled. If this trend continues to rise, obesity will surpass smoking as the number one leading cause of preventable early death. Genetics do play a role in the obesity epidemic. An individual with a family history of obesity is 2 to 3 times more likely to become obese themselves than an individual without a family history of obesity. The body contains an enzyme called lipoprotein lipase, LPL for short, that promotes fat storage in the body. It has been proven that obese people have more of this enzyme in their body than lean people, which promotes a super efficient fat storage capability, therefore they store more fat. There's also been an obesity gene discovered that regulates a hormone called leptin. Leptin is responsible for suppressing the appetite, increasing energy, and producing fat loss when it detects a gain in body fat. There's currently no such thing as the leptin deficiency, but there is a leptin's resistance when the body does not react to leptin. Inactivity is another major cause for the obesity epidemic. People today are not as active as they used to be. In fact, most Americans spend 55% of the time they are awake in a sitting position. Now, it's not because they're lazy or they just don't want to exercise. A lot of Americans do not have time. And another reason, because of their busy hectic schedules. Another reason is that there aren't as many parks or sidewalks or bikeways as there used to be many years ago, because they've all been replaced by busy highways that are just dangerous to go out and take a jog on. Other places that do have these things accessible to them are often in neighborhoods that are dangerous to be out and risk your life going out for a jog. America's poor eating habits has also contributed to this epidemic. 30 years ago, Americans ate 300 less calories a day than they currently do now. This is because more meals are eaten outside of the home. The cost of unhealthy, high-calorie, low-nutrient food has become cheaper than healthy, whole-grain foods, fresh produce, low-fat dairy, lean meats. And another part of the eating habits that have contributed to the epidemic is serving sizes. Serving sizes have increased not only in the home, but in the restaurants. Now, all this that leads up to obesity can cause severe health effects. Type 2 diabetes is one that obese people are high risk for developing, and this is the 7th leading cause of death. Obese people are more at risk for developing hypertension and high cholesterol, which both lead to heart disease, which is the number one cause of death in the United States. Other health effects that increased by obesity are the risk of developing cancer, dementia, kidney disease, liver disease, and arthritis. Children are also at risk for developing these, and also in addition at risk for developing asthma and sleep disordered breathing. Now, sadly, obesity also has an effect on society. Peggy Ward Smith from the Urologic Nursing Journal reports of a study that was done that shows how race and religion bias is totally unacceptable in society, but weight bias is completely acceptable. The effect that this could have could cause discrimination at work against obese people. It could affect an obese person's chance of getting hired and the amount of money that obese person makes. Another study showed that obese people can make up to 6% less than their more trim counterparts. Obesity also affects the economy. In 2006, obesity-related diseases accounted for 10% of medical spending, which equaled to $147 billion. The workforce is also affected by obesity. Employers pay $500 per year per obese person for low performance job performance associated with obesity. And the workforce also spends $4.3 billion a year on obesity-related job absenteeism. The way to fix this problem, you'd think it'd be simple, just eat healthier and exercise more. But it's not that simple. You need behavior modification. You need to recognize behaviors that cause you to be obese and engage in unhealthy behaviors that inhibit weight loss and promote weight gain. And you need to address those slowly. It's not a change that can happen overnight. And the Scientific American Journal also reports that the government acknowledges this problem and has implemented various methods to correct it. First Lady Michelle Obama has implemented the Let's Move program, which is to fight against childhood obesity and gets kids having fun while choosing healthy food options and becoming more active. New York City has also implemented providing vouchers to low-income families in order to buy fresh produce from local farmers markets, and the government has been talking about subsidizing the cost of fruits and vegetables. There's also a certain talk of the government nudging people, which would be like forcing people beyond their will to eat more healthy options and to get up and move. So how do we fix this problem? We can either fix it ourselves and just get up and take personal responsibility, or do we need a government assistance to give this a nudge and let them fix this for us? Thank you very much.